Hi everyone, today I'm presenting my work on Federated multi-domain GNN network for brain multigraph generation. This work has been done at Basira Lab by myself and supervised by Dr. Islam Rakik. Brain multigraph is the set of brain graphs where each brain graph represents a unique view of pairwise relationship between brain regions like morphology or function. The problem is, given only one source brain graph, how to predict the brain multigraph with a varying number of domains across heterogeneous hospitals while preserving data privacy. Existing framework on brain multigraph generation includes Multigraph GAN, which is the first proposed for jointly predicting the brain multigraph from a single graph using the GAN model while maintaining the topological structure, and TopoGAN, which further improves the prediction performance using data clustering and the topology conservation laws to avoid mode collapse and preserve the brain graph topological structure. However, they have some limitations. First, the GAN model demands very high computational resources, where the hospitals might lack such capability. Second, such framework fail to generalize well as they do not sufficiently consider the scenario of predicting a varying number of brain graph domains from a single domain across different hospitals. Federated learning is introduced to boost the performance while preserving data privacy. FedAverage is proposed to address the challenges associated with data privacy in data sharing scenarios, but it is limited in solving heterogeneous problems. Also, it focuses on classification tasks using image data, but not considering generative tasks using non-IID graph data, which is non-Euclidean. SciNet utilizes non-grouped shared layers and grouped layers to tackle heterogeneous problems in federated learning, but it is also not considering multi-domain generation tasks and non-IID graph data, which is non-Euclidean. To address these limitations, we propose the Federated multi-domain GNN network, which is a generic so it can generate a varying number of domains of brain graphs across hospitals from one source brain graph while preserving data privacy. Second, we introduce the residual connection within GNN encoder-decoder model, which further improves the prediction performance while preserving the topological structure of brain graphs. Third, we propose and simplify a domain-specific GNN decoder, which is able to predict a specific brain graph domain and improves the prediction efficiency. Here, I will give an overview of the main steps of our proposed method. The first step is the construction of graph population using multi-domain brain graphs. The second step is the multi-domain graph prediction through GNN encoder-decoder model. The third step is the federated multi-domain learning framework. Let's start with the first step where we represent our multi-view brain graphs by a single graph population. Take a case in one hospital. Given a set of brain graphs of some subjects, there is one source view and k target views. Then we stack them together into an adjacency matrix tensor V for each subject. Since the adjacency matrix is symmetric, so to improve the computational efficiency and eliminate redundant calculations, we extracted their features, and the feature is the off-diagonal upper triangular part of the adjacency matrix. After the feature extraction, we move to the next stage, which is to predict the multi-domain brain graphs through GNN encoder-decoder model. Given the extracted feature tensors, we use the GNN encoder-decoder model, which comprised of one GNN encoder and various GNN domain-specific decoders. Within the model, a residual connection is added to preserve the topological structure of the original brain graph and further improve the prediction performance. Then we compute the reconstruction loss, which is the L1 loss between the predicted and the ground truth feature tensors. The next step is our federated multi-domain learning framework. Given Hospital 1 with 2 decoders, we have 2 target domains or brain views. Hospital 2 has 3 decoders. All of them will share the same source domain, which is, for example, morphological connectivity. And the target ones, they vary across hospitals. So here we want to federate completely heterogeneous architectures across varying domains. For example, Hospital 3 can have 4 different domains. And at the server level, all of them will send their weights, and the aggregation will be domain-specific. The server will then compute the average value of the weights and broadcast the updated weights back to each hospital. The hospitals normally have different data collection capacities, so we choose the source data to be affordable while the target data are normally expensive to acquire. In the experiments, we used the 678 subjects from Brain Genomics Superstruct Project dataset, where 382 are male subjects and 296 are female subjects, and none of them exhibit any sign of brain disorders nor any history of mental illness. The data is derived from a structural T1 weighted magnetic resonance image and pre-processed and partitioned into 35 cortical regions of interest. For each subject, there are totally 6 views of brain graphs. To evaluate our framework, we compare FMD-GNN with its variants, including GCN standalone, which is the GCN encoder-decoder model, as the local models to perform brain multigraph prediction tasks in each hospital without communicating with the server, and REST-GCN standalone, which is the same as the previous one but with a residual connection added within the GCN encoder-decoder model, GCN plus Fed, which is the GCN encoder-decoder model as local models with federated multitask learning setting, and our proposed FMD-GNN. Here is the bar plot of the results on the average mean absolute error between the predicted and the ground truth brain multigraph in each hospital under different methods. From the plot, we can see that the federated learning setting improves the prediction performance as the value of the MAE decreases, and the introduction of residual connection further improves the performance as it further decreases the MAE value. Here we plot the average mean absolute error between the predicted and the ground truth brain multigraph across hospitals under different methods. It shows that our proposed FMD-GNN outperforms its variants and shows its effectiveness on predicting brain multigraph in a varied number of domains across hospitals. In conclusion, our proposed FMD-GNN is the first federated multi-domain GNN network that effectively generates brain multigraph with a varying number of domains across hospitals from a single source brain graph, while preserving data privacy and addressing heterogeneous challenges. It enhances the prediction efficiency using simplified GCN encoder-decoder model. Then it improves the prediction performance by using residual connection within GCN encoder-decoder model, therefore showing its potential for future applications in predicting brain multigraphs with a varying number of domains across different hospitals. If you want to know more about our work in detail, please visit us at basuralab.com and our code on GitHub. Thank you for your attention.